Hi, I'm Tom C. Welcome to this episode of Best of America by Horseback. I've been so fortunate to travel all over America and see how trail riding and horses have enriched the lives of so many people, both young and old. But often we don't realize that horses may also enrich the lives of people who are less fortunate than we are. On this show, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to meet some children, many of whom have been discarded, forgotten, or terribly abused. We're going to meet two horse enthusiasts who have opened up their ranch and their lives to these children, and we're going to see how horses are playing a huge role in giving these children a chance to feel love and trust where there's been none in the past. It is amazing to see what horses are doing for these children, many of whom we could not show you on television or tell you about the horrific circumstances they have endured in their young lives. The love of the horse and trail riding is an incredible cure for these children, almost as much and as magical as medicine itself. You as horse enthusiasts will appreciate these children, and I hope you'll appreciate this visit to Challenge Ranch by Best of America by Horseback.
On this episode of Best of America by Horseback, we are visiting a very special ranch in California that has become a safe haven for kids whose childhoods have been far from normal. A ranch where horses play a significant role in helping many of these children bounce back from tragic circumstances to enjoy life as it should be.
Tell me about the participants here at Challenge Ranch. I've already met many of the young folks here, and I have to admit, they become family very quickly. The smiles that are as sincere and are endless. Tell me about these kids.
Well, all the children are here for so many different reasons. There's no kids here for the same reason. But they've all come from places that you wouldn't wish your own kids to have been in. Boys, girls, aged between 8 and 18, some of them live in foster homes, some in group homes, some might live with a grandparent. And we have some children from good, stable homes who are we are able to let the other children see what a good, stable home is. So about a third of the children come from good homes, the other 2/3 from many, many different places. We also have some children who have met with very different circumstances in their lives, no fault of their own, and they're overcoming those obstacles.
Tell me typically how it works, the ranch itself, when you first come here. What does a youngster experience? What do they expect? What is the ranch like? What's the operations? How does it work?
Some little kids or older kids, even my age, come here expecting attention from everyone in weird ways. We've seen people that say ouch from like a touch on the shoulder. Some kids that just shut themselves out and literally run away from everybody else, and some kids that think they know absolutely everything. And over time they really just learn that that's not the way it is, and these people are very open and they'll listen to you and they love you, but we teach them in a loving way that that's not the way it is.
You were standing over here and I was watching. You have a smile on your face all the time.
Yeah.
Have you always been this happy?
Kind of. Especially since the ranch. I love the ranch.
Tell me about the ranch.
Well, it's really fun and it's a great experience, and I've made a lot of friends here. And it's like not like any other ranch. Like, you show a lot of responsibility and you kind of build up to different things.
Now, you're only 11,
Mm-hmm.
but you have a certain maturity about you, besides being a happy kid. When other kids come here that aren't so fortunate as you are, I understand you help take them under your wing a little bit, and you like working with other kids.
Yeah, I think it's really nice because my dad passed away, and so I kind of know like sort of what they're going through, and so I like to help them.
What is it about this place that you like so much?
Well, the horses and the people that you can make great friends with.
Life sometimes can be tough in the past, and sometimes it's tough to have to find good friends, but you found that here.
Yeah.
How hard was it for you before you came here?
Really hard because I couldn't make friends. I was always following Jane and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I've watched you today. Everybody seems to love you.
Yes.
And you like that?
Yes.
Educate me on the horseball deal.
The rules are, when the team starts, each member of the team must touch that ball before it gets into the goal. So there's 3 members playing on each team. Each member of that team must touch the ball before the ball hits the goal.
Forcing sportsmanship and team.
Yes. Not one, they can't have one star rider just to gallop down the other end and plonk the ball in. Each person's got to be able to touch it. They can rip it out of each other's hands, but the rip can only be 3 seconds long. Because otherwise, we have sometimes some 40-pound horseballers out there. They would just pull the whole child off the saddle.
The coordination these kids have rivals polo.
Yes, yes.
Serious riding.
Serious riding. I don't think there's many adults would be good enough to compete with our kids at horseball.
I didn't offer to try today. I said, you know, these kids really do well with this.
And they get their game faces on and they really give it a go. And this is something else we encourage here. We encourage the kids to be competitive, but in a nice way, because it's not that everyone's a winner. Everyone in life is not a winner. You have to strive to be a winner. And I think a lot of kids, that's not instilled in them in school these days.
You're watching Best of America by Horseback. And we're fortunate to be in Southern California to see some of the best people in America and with their horses and looking forward to their future. We'll be right back. When someone comes here for the very first time, you see yourself in the mirror in a way. I understand that you reach out to them. You also help them along. I'm a mom figure, I guess, sometimes. You ever think of yourself that way?
In a way, funny you bring that up because we have like ranch families where I have like 2 kids and I have like a brother or a sister, and like the kids really do go around saying, oh, mommy, help me with this, or oh, daughter, do this. Like, I think a lot of the older girls are role models and our kids are role models for the next generation coming in.
You're incredibly proud of your daughter.
Oh, I am. I mean, I have watched her grow over the years. She started here at 8 years of age and just progressed so much, not only in her ability to ride, but in her character and her attitude towards other people. I mean, the whole ranch has just taught all these kids how to be, you know, good human beings. I'm just so incredibly proud.
Are you surprised that so many of the other kids here look to her as mom in a way? That's got to be sort of strange, isn't it?
Yeah, a little. Well, it's a family, and you know, these little girls want to be like Geneva and the Sophies and the Mirandas, you know, because they look up to them, and yeah, it's because they're family. I really believe that, and no, I'm proud because it's nice to have somebody like Geneva that these kids look up to. I'm really proud of that.
Jane's husband Ron incorporates music into the daily activities at the ranch. The kids love to sing together, and several have written songs and learned to play instruments. Nate even made his own banjo out of cake pans and taught himself how to play.
You inspire and encourage music in these kids, and a lot of kids, they don't think they have any musical talent, and you bring out what talent they have, and some are very, very good. Tell me about it.
Well, I've been playing a number of years, and I noticed the kids would, when we'd go to the endurance rides, we'd have a camp out, and sometimes I'd bring my guitar and play a little bit and sing a little bit. And so some of them started getting interested in the music end, and as that would go along, you know, I'd encourage it, and I'd tell them, hey, you know what, you can do this. And I remember Geneva that you heard, you know, I was showing her chords. And she just got it in her head that she was going to start learning that guitar, and by golly, I mean, you know, not only has she learned that guitar, but she's writing her own music, and you know, I like to think, you know, we had a little hand in that, and I'm sure she's got a big hand in that and getting that determination going.
Some kids are singing while riding their back, while others are singing while cleaning their tack. The sun's going down here at Challenge Ranch. But the dogs are still barking and it's driving us mad. The kids are riding and it's making us mad. We're all having a blast here at Challenge Ranch.
I noticed the children, they look after each other, which is so unusual for camp settings, and a lot of places kids gather. That's not an accident, is it? The way the kids look after each other.
We really encourage them that they should all back each other up and help each other, and that's how they'll feel stronger and more able to cope with circumstances in their lives that they know they can help somebody else. And they have great pride in helping each other. And it makes them feel stronger if they know they can see someone who's coming from where they've been, and they're struggling with circumstances that they had just a year or two ago. They become very strong. It helps them to help each other.
Tell me about being here at Challenge Ranch. What does it mean to you?
Basically, I would say like the whole ranch is like a family atmosphere, kind of. We all care for each other, and it's really intriguing to some people to see that a lot. So,
what's it like when you see other children come here, knowing what they may be going through or have gone through? Do you see yourself as a leader in a way? Help people have a happier life?
I like to help people a lot. I think it's kind of the best thing to do for others, is to help them instead of like just standing back and letting them go through troubles. It's kind of like a thing that we learn here, that it's better to help someone than to just leave them alone.
In a strange way, when you can come to a ranch like this, do you appreciate it more because things have been tough in the past?
Definitely, because you know that if you went a certain way, because I could have gone backwards, I really could have, and if I did, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be as happy. My mom wouldn't be happy with me. We wouldn't even be in the relationship we have. I wouldn't know these amazing people either.
You're incredibly mature for your age, and you have such a nice, outgoing personality. Did the horses bring all that out of you?
Yeah, I've loved horses my whole life, and they've always been there, they really have. And it seems like they listen. It just does, it's so weird.
When you get home, or where you're staying, is it tougher that you don't have the amount of friends that you have here?
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about it. What's it like, home versus here?
Well, home is like a place where you can like sleep, and here like you like get more freedom. Like you get to feel air. Like it's a really good feeling. Like that, it's just hard to explain because it's just so good. It's like something that's in your blood.
I'm not going to single anyone out, but I saw someone fairly new today, and I watched as they watched all the other children. How long does it take someone to become part of the family and to feel that love and support and the involvement with the horses?
It takes a month to 3 months, and they become a part of the ranch family.
And then they stay for years?
And then they stay for many, many years, yes. If the child makes it past 3 months, then they're a permanent fixture.
As horrible as the pain you had as a child, did you ever stop and think how much good came out of that you have spread to so many people?
Yes. And I often say that to the children, that because they've lived through certain circumstances, that they've lived through it, they've become tougher. They can put that pain in the back part of their head and they can live through the front, they can live for today, and they will never forget it, but they can become stronger, better people, more able to help other people.
Both of you are a professional in the business world and the outside world, but when you're here, it's like being on another planet that's so much better, I guess?
Way better. I'd far prefer to do this with 100% of my time than sitting out in the business world. To me, it's just a really rewarding thing to see somebody come in with their heads down and leave with their heads up.
How many of our tax dollars come your direction to support this?
Absolutely none.
Zero.
No federal funds, no state funds, no tax dollars.
So the kids pay a great amount of money to be here?
The foster children and the children from group homes, they pay nothing to be here.
This ranch really does make a difference, doesn't it?
Absolutely. There's just something about why Jane and Ron even do this. It's like they could be in their own lives just kind of, having this big ranch, but enjoying themselves on these horses instead of inviting random people in that we don't even know. And who knows their background.
You know they don't get paid for this at all.
Yeah, it's nonprofit.
And
they don't make a penny for themselves at all. It's amazing.
we interviewed many of the children today without supervision or anyone listening in. And one young lady said, I don't know why they do this. They don't have to do this. Why do they do this for us? So when she said that to me, I want to ask you, why do you do this?
Well, we never meant to do it in the first place. I just signed out one little girl from the Polinsky Center, the homeless shelter in San Diego, and it wasn't meant to be this. But it grew from one child to another, and it just grew. It was not my intention to start a non-profit and have all this. I had a very tough childhood, and if I had not been lucky enough to have horses, I would not have succeeded in life.